The ballroom always looks different before people arrive. Without music and perfume and the noise of laughter, it's just space, clean lines, polished marble, the faint scent of citrus from the afternoon cleaning crew. I like it that way. Orderly, honest. I was standing near the back when the first guests started filtering in, checking centerpieces, adjusting lighting levels with the events manager. I could have stayed upstairs in my office, watched the whole thing on security feeds. But I didn't want distance tonight. The booking name on the contract had caught my attention weeks ago. Her name, $10,000 for a birthday party. Imported orchids, custom lighting, signature cocktails named after herself. Very on brand. She hadn't known the hotel had changed ownership last year. I never made an announcement to extended family. When you spend most of your life being the quiet cousin, people don't look you up in business registries. I didn't come down to surprise her. I came because this is my property. I walk my floor when there's a major event, that's all. The room filled quickly. Sequins and loud confidence, laughter that tried a little too hard. I stayed near the side wall, hands loosely clasped, speaking quietly with the operations manager about timing. Then she saw me. It was subtle at first. A pause mid-sentence, her eyes narrowing, scanning my suit like it was borrowed. Recognition landed. And then that familiar expression, one I'd seen at weddings, at Eid dinners, at any gathering where money was the unspoken ranking system. Assessment, dismissal. She excused herself from her friends and walked over, heels sharp against the floor. "What are you doing here?" she asked, not softly. "I work here," I said, which was true enough. Her smile tightened. "Work here how?" "Management." She didn't ask another question. She didn't need details. In her mind, the hierarchy was already established. She turned slightly and signaled security with 2 fingers. I felt it before she spoke, the old heat in my chest, that reflexive shrinking I used to do when she'd make jokes about my budget shoes or my small ambitions. "Throw that nobody out," she said, loud enough for the nearest tables to hear, not shouting, not emotional, just casual. That was always her strength. Conversations dimmed around us, not silent, but thinner. Curious. The guard hesitated. He knew me. We'd done staff briefings together. I could have ended it in one sentence. Instead, I looked at him and said calmly, "Let's pull up the booking file." My cousin let out a short laugh. "You don't need to check anything. He doesn't belong here." The head of operations approached, tablet already in hand. He'd seen the exchange from across the room. He addressed me the way he always does. "Good evening, sir. Is there an issue?" The word landed harder than anything else that night. "Sir." He didn't say it theatrically. He didn't look at her when he said it. He was simply following protocol. Disputes involving ownership require documentation. That's the policy I wrote. He turned the screen slightly outward. "The booking is under Ms. Rahman, event fully paid. As per ownership records, the property is registered to." He read my full name, clearly, formally. There it was, no dramatic music, no gasps, just the small, irreversible shift of gravity. My cousin's posture changed first, shoulders drawing back as if that might rewind the last 30 seconds. She blinked at the tablet, then at me. The calculation happening in real time. "This you?" she asked quietly. "Yes." Security stepped back immediately. The operations manager remained neutral, waiting for instruction. The room had gone unmistakably still now. Not silent, but aware. Her friends were pretending not to stare. She tried to smile. It faltered halfway. "I didn't know," she said. "Not an apology, just a fact." "I know," I replied. Another pause. Longer this time. "If there's any confusion," the operations manager added gently, "we can step aside and clarify." There wasn't any confusion. She swallowed. "No, it's fine." Fine. That word used to mean I had to accept things. Tonight, it meant she did. The manager looked at me. "Would you like us to proceed as scheduled, sir?" This was the moment everyone thinks is about revenge. It isn't. Power feels different when you've earned it quietly. It doesn't itch to be displayed. "Yes," I said. Everything proceeds as planned. And that was it. No speech. No eviction. No humiliation in return. Music resumed, though slightly off beat at first. Guests approached me one by one, suddenly warm, suddenly interested in my journey. I answered politely, briefly. My cousin avoided my eyes for most of the evening. When she finally approached again, it was near the cake. "I didn't mean it like that," she murmured. "You did," I said. Not cruelly, just evenly. Her lips pressed together. For once, she didn't argue. "I'm glad you're doing well," she added, as if it cost her something. "Thank you." That was all. When the last guest left and the orchids began to wilt under dimmed lights, I walked the ballroom again. Same marble floor. Same clean lines. The room had returned to honesty. For years, I thought dignity would come from proving people wrong. It doesn't. It comes from not needing to make them small when you finally stand taller. Family gatherings will be different now. Awkward. Rearranged. Respect gained through exposure is never as comfortable as respect freely given. But something inside me settled tonight. She called me nobody. And for the first time in my life, it didn't feel true.